Hello, we're the Teagardens. I'm Grant.
And I'm Anne. We're with Synergia Marriage Mentoring. In this video, we want to tell you a bit about who we are.
That's right.
If you decide to become a part of Synergia, you'll hear a lot of our stories because we think married couples can learn a lot from each other. And sharing our life stories is a great way to do that.
That's right. Since we've been married from 1992, almost 30 years, we do have some stories to tell. We've had ups and downs, been through personal trials, and sought help when we felt stuck.
We've survived infertility and adoption,
Radical career changes, cross-country moves,
homeschooling, teenagers.
And now we're in the season of caring for aging parents.
I grew up in Florida in a very loving household, but it was often filled with a lot of strife from my older siblings. About the time that all settled down and they moved out, my mom came down with cancer and passed away when I was 16. Years later, I would discover how those events affect my own marriage relationship now. After that, though, I was ready to head off to college, and I went to the University of Miami, where I studied psychology and elementary education.
I grew up in Michigan with a Christian family, and it was a pretty stable life. When I decided to head off to college, though, I wanted to get out of the cold weather and went to school down in Miami, where Anne and I met. There I studied engineering. I was a couple years ahead of her, and when I graduated, I went off and joined the Navy. So we had a long-distance relationship for a couple years.
But we ended up getting married after I graduated, and our campus minister performed our ceremony.
Yeah, he flew into town the day before the wedding. We got together and, for the rehearsal, and he started off the conversation with, "So I assume you've had premarital counseling?" And Ann and I, we looked at each other.
I said, "What is that?"
Yeah.
We never heard of it. And he said, "Oh boy." So he gave us the short version,
That's
the
right.
30-minute version, and it was off to our wedding rehearsal.
That's right. Well, after we'd been married a while, we realized how helpful a little more premarital counseling might have been.
Yeah.
We made it through the first year, but we could have benefited from some more preparation.
Yes, and that's one reason we love to work with people who are thinking about getting married. We love to help them prepare for life together before the wedding so they really get things off to a great start and help them through that transition of the first year.
Well, after my time in the Navy was up, we did a variety of things through the years. We've been missionaries in Arlington, Virginia. I attended seminary in California. We planted a church in Silicon Valley. I worked at an engineering consulting firm doing nuclear risk assessment while Anne raised and homeschooled our kids. Each of those transitions, though, also meant a transition for our marriage relationship.
Exactly. Marriage is not static any more than any other part of life. So we had to grow and adapt and help each other through all of these changes. Working through infertility and adoption were some of the hardest seasons we traveled through, but it made us stronger as a couple in the end. We're currently going through yet another transition. We moved to Dahlonega, Georgia, north of Atlanta in 2020, and caring for his parents and starting Synergia.
Yeah. So through the years, we've worked with couples and families in all sorts of ways. We've led church small groups, marriage groups, children's groups, homeschool organizations, and we've worked with individual couples with premarital counseling and to help married couples work through some rough patches. We're also certified as premarital and marital mentors.
We love seeing people be set free from what's holding them back from experiencing God's best for their lives. And we love helping families move towards relational health. And that all starts in the marriage relationship. That relationship is the core of the family relationship. And we believe with some work on your part, help from others, and definitely God in the mix, nothing is impossible.
Nothing's impossible. On our home front, we have our two kids, our daughter who's now 19, a sophomore in college, and our son who's 17, a junior in high school. We miss sometimes having our family all together with our daughter off and sometimes our son at work. It's just the two of us, and we realize we have another transition of, empty nest ahead of us.
That's right. Well, now you know more about us. We'd love to get to know more about you. Life's going to throw you all kinds of stuff, but with God, all things are possible, including a strong and healed marriage.
That's right, and that's what we want for you. So if you found this video helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, and that'll help others find our Synergia resources as well. So blessings on your day. Goodbye.